Okay, we're back at this 2002 Toyota Camry. After the testing it, I showed you the videos, pressures and temperatures before, and I only took out, what did I take out of here? 300 and some grams. It was in the recovery video. Now I charged it back up to 600 grams. It now has 600 grams in the system. So before, you've noticed I was not able to get the clutch to cycle. It would not meet its minimum temperature, but it was cold. It got down to 40 some degrees. It was pretty cold. But with that extra 300 or 400 grams of refrigerant inside the system, it now can achieve its minimum temperature. It gets down to, I believe, 39 degrees where it cycles. So every one of these is a cycle off, where you see the ramp up and it gets colder, colder, colder to its minimum temperature. Right there, which I think is 39.3 degrees. And then it cycles off. The clutch turns off. The compressor kicks back in the clutch. It turns on and it goes down to 39 degrees again. Then it cycles off. It allows it to get up to 44 degrees, and it cycles the clutch back on again. And now it's at the temperature where it can constantly get down to 39 degrees because it has enough refrigerant to do the work to remove the heat. And if you look back here, go back to the first video and see what the change was. It's getting to 22, the superheat's 22. What's the subcooling going? I think we were in the 20s in the subcooling, I thought too. Maybe you guys can correct me. See, just before it cycles off. Let's see where it stabilizes at. And we haven't changed much on the suction line temperature coming out, I believe. So you have to go back to the video where I was running it when it was low on refrigerant. But at least now it can cool down the cabin. I got the new air filter for it. Let's take that off. I had it at about 900 RPMs. We don't need that anymore because it now cools the cabin. So now we're at idle. I had it at 900 RPMs, and even 900 was too much. It was actually still cycling off, and I'm trying to get it to a point where it doesn't cycle anymore, but yet can maintain its lowest temperature. Where are we at right there? 40 degrees. So at 39, it cycles off. We're at idle, and it looks like it's going back down. It's going back down again, just a little bit. It'll hit 39, and we're now at idle. So now at idle, we will eventually get down to 39 degrees. Let's see if I could tag it. There we go. We're down to 40. We're getting down, and when it gets to 39.3 degrees, it'll cycle off and the clutch will go back on. And look at our cabin temperature. You have to go back to the other video. The interior of our cabin is now at 61 degrees, and that's still under the full load of the sun, and this has been sitting out here for hours. And that little bit of difference makes that difference. And if you look, let's see, we got water here. We got water, so we have condensation coming back all the way to the compressor. So we know we have cooling to cool the compressor. We have a full delivery of refrigerant oil, because with the full system of oil refrigerant, you can have a full return of your oil coming back to your compressor. You have cold oil returning to your compressor to cool down your compressor and return oil to it. All right, guys, I'll get out of here of this because I got to get going. And I think if you slowly watch these videos, like some of you are, I just got a call from someone from Ghana, Africa this morning. Shout out to you in Ghana, Africa. Thank you very much for calling and asking my advice. And they have a problem with getting a hold of YF refrigerant out there. So he noticed the compressor has a sticker on it that says the oil is compatible with YF and 134 refrigerant. And indeed, you can use 134 with YF oil, but you don't do it the other way around. You don't use YF refrigerant with 134 oil. So he can do that because he cannot get the refrigerant over there. And there it is, it just cycled out right there. And you can see the hump where it just cycled out, sitting in the sun in idle by filling it up. All right guys, I'll see you.